So, fifth ranked Ohio State played Nebraska yesterday, and I'm just gonna run down some stats for you guys. Ohio State won 52-17. And first, I want to talk about Nebraska because I think Nebraska is actually a very interesting team. Nebraska quarterback Adrian Martinez finished 12 for 15. He had 105 yards. Now, if y'all didn't know, if y'all haven't watched Nebraska this year, well, they only played one game. But if you watch Nebraska, they run kind of a two quarterback kind of thing going on because Luke McCaffrey, who is Christian McCaffrey's little brother, he is the backup quarterback behind Adrian Martinez. So just keep that in mind. But Luke McCaffrey, when he was in the game, he was 4 for 5 and he had 55 yards. Both quarterbacks had 80 plus yards rushing. To be honest, I like how Martinez played, and if you actually watch this game, the score says different than what it really was. I don't think. Yes, they lost by a lot of points. They got beat up bad, but starting off, Nebraska actually played very well. They put numbers on the board before Ohio State put numbers on the board. Ohio State was on. They was on the back of their pedals for a minute. They was on their pedals. Scott Frost, he probably has to tighten down on the penalties because they did have 8 penalties for 90 yards. And Ohio State only had 3 penalties for 14 yards. So I think Scott Frost, you do have to, tighten up when it comes to your penalties. But all in all, if you are a Nebraska fan, I think you should look forward to something. Because in my honest opinion, when I watched this game, I thought that Nebraska actually played pretty good. I thought they actually played pretty good. Just all in all on Nebraska. Coming up throughout the weeks, I really want to see how Nebraska looks. Because they look way better than what they did before. Scott Frost, just coming in, he has a chance to turn this whole thing around. Now, on to Ohio State, and I want to talk about Justin Fields for a minute. Justin Fields went 20 for 21. He had 276 passing yards, 3 total touchdowns. He had 1 rushing touchdown, and a 97 QBR. Now, their main receiver, Chris Olave, I believe that's how you say his name, he got injured on a head-to-head collision, and I actually watched that play. I think he fumbled on that play. He had got a quick pass. I believe it was kind of like a slant. Next thing you know, he ran a couple yards in head-to-head collision, and he was taken out the game. Ohio State, I think this is big right now. If y'all didn't know, Alabama's main receiver, he got hurt. I'm not really big on Mac Jones. Mac Jones, yes, he puts up numbers. I understand. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. But I think this is Ohio State's time to show that they're better than Alabama to be that number 2 team. This is their time. And Clemson actually played Syracuse yesterday. And it was a little rough. But Trevor Lawrence, he threw an interception. It was a little rough. They won by, I think, probably like 20-something. But it was still pretty rough. So I think Ohio State, this is big. You no longer have Chase Young. You no longer have Jeff Okudah. But I think this is a big time for Ohio State to show that they're that number 2 team, that they're ready for that big moment in a national championship. They're ready. And I think Justin Fields and Ryan Day, they have to come out and show that they're serious. I believe next week they play Penn State. Penn State just lost to Indiana yesterday, so that game isn't as big as what it was going to be, but you can't take Penn State lightly. Ohio State, this is your chance. This is your chance right here.